I'm as inconspicuous today as I have been in the budget process the last 2 years. So thank you very much. They told me to talk about a different point. The great thing about me is I can say a lot about nothing for a long time. First of all, let me say as the junior most member participating in the budget conference for the last 2 years, I think that the collaborative effort that we've made with the leaders in the House, Chairman Putney and Kirk, thank you all for your willingness to get together and to revisit this process, and for Walter and Senator Colgan's participation in as well. I have certainly been of an opinion that there are things that we could do process-wise that would expedite the process, perhaps even lessen some of the tensions that we have in some of those late evenings. So I consider this a very significant announcement on it, and I think that the members and the general public are going to find that this is an improved process. I did say to Delegate Cox, is one of the things that you need to be ever mindful of is when you lay out some revisions and some deadlines that you need to certainly be prepared that members of the Fourth Estate, Bob, may hold you accountable on meeting those expectations, and particularly when you're doing some reform issues. And one of the reasons I say that is I think both the Speaker and myself are committed to meeting this timeline, and I know that also all of the members of the House Appropriations and the Senate Finance are. Kirk has shared with you the dates on it. One of the things that they did ask me to speak about is actually number 4 on the agenda, which was the task of small work groups to develop some conference proposals. The process, what we hope to do is start very early on having dialogue between the House Appropriations and the Senate Finance Committee, and those discussions may even go beyond the traditional conferees to help identify what some of the major issues. But I have learned in 2 years, sometimes it's not always the major issues that gets you hung up, but particularly when things get rather tense and people's nerves are frayed, and I get more irascible than I normally am. So while we will certainly be identifying a comprehensive list of the major issues that are appropriate for discussion between the House and the Senate on the budget, we're also going to develop some smaller group discussions that will try to identify and early on resolve some of those perhaps less important but potentially just as problematic issues. So we're going to work forward in that regard. And so Steve and I are going to take care of the little things. We're going to take care of the little lifting, and the rest of them will take care of the heavy lifting on that. So with that, Kirk, that's sort of my thought. Thank you for being in Senator Stock's leadership on this.
I'm going to call up Senator Colgan. I can, and